Previously on VW Golf Jetta MK4 Trunk Lock Repair Secrets. The actuator makes a noise, but the trunk itself will not release. That was caused by a broken plastic piece. This time it's different. The actuator makes no noise when you press the key fob or when you engage the door switch. It's a different problem. Let's see if we can find out what. So I've spent a couple of hours here actually tracking down yet another trunk lid release problem. And the reason I wasted so much time is this Bentley, very expensive VW service manual. This was like $125. Is wrong once again. See here on page 97.4, they show this relay panel, and right here, rear lid remote unlock motor relay, number 79, supposed to be in position 2. Now I'm thinking maybe this here means it only applies to the 1999 model. I don't know. It's supposed to be right here in position 2. I can tell you we've had trouble with every other relay in this panel. Wiper relay, fuel pump relay, I mean you name it. All of these relays have failed. So I'm going under there and I'm looking for this relay, figuring that we have yet another failed relay. Well, there's no relay there. There's nothing there. So, wild goose chase here. Took this all apart for nothing. But, fortunately for me, there was a nice fellow on VW Vortex that said he had a pinched wire. And I think mine is exactly the same. Let's go find it. Okay, so you can see my test tools here. I've got my meter. We've already verified no voltage. We've already taken the dash apart. There's no relay. But we follow this wire. And the Vortex guy said, look for a pinch. And what do we see right here? Why didn't I see that 2 hours ago? Do you see the pinch? Now I'm betting that when I slice this open, we're going to have an open wire here. And that's my problem. So again, the symptoms. We've confirmed no voltage here. There's no relay, so that was a total waste. But I've got a pinch here. So let's slice that open. Let's see if we find a broken wire. So I just made a little incision right here with a razor knife, and the blue wire that I'm pointing to right now is cut in half. I'm gonna have to open that up some more. Hard to hold the camera and show that, but the pinch is here, and there's your problem. Okay, so I've cut this back. There are 5 wires inside this cable. The blue is completely severed. The other 4 are cut. Now this strut is in your way, and also the wire is cut under this, which is attached to this hinge. Best to get that completely out of the way because you can't work on this when it's all tucked up under here. I gotta tell you, I am so upset over wasting so much time looking for a relay that does not exist. Took my entire dash apart again. Have to put all these pieces back together. Took it apart for nothing. So now that we've identified the problem, we have one severed wire and 3 nicked wires inside this cable. We should try jumping these 2 wires to see if that's all we need to do to get this actuator to work again. Now the problem is, unlike last time, the problem is that the actuator is not making any noise when you press the trunk release. Doesn't work from the fob, doesn't work from the switch on the door. You press this, no noise here. So we disconnected the power supply cable. We tested the cable, there's no voltage on the cable when you activate the trunk release. So we follow this wire down and we found a big nick here, just as others have reported. This rubber is very difficult to open up, but when we opened it up, you can see what we found. The green wire is nicked, this brown wire is nicked, this other brown and black wire is nicked. Only the one way down the bottom is not nicked. And of course this blue wire was completely severed. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put this jumper cable on it, and we'll see if we get the trunk motor, otherwise known as the actuator, to make some noise. Now remember, the last time we were making all kinds of noise, the trunk wouldn't open, and that's because this plastic piece was broken, and we fixed it permanently with this nice repair kit. That's not our problem this time. Well, I'm going to press the fob and let's see if it makes some noise. Oh, she's working now. So all we should have to do, well, if we solder that back together and somehow re-insulate this, it's going to work for at least a little while. The right way to do this, to make it work for another 25 years, would be to replace this whole cable. I must have spent an hour today trying to find the part number for this harness. Couldn't find it. So for right now, we got to get this working. We're going to try soldering this together, and at least we'll have a temporary repair. Like it never happened. So what I did, I soldered the severed wire and I just taped the splits on the others, and this is just a piece of loom. Now the detail on this clip, the clip here that holds the wire below the hinge, this clip is contoured to the shape of the hinge. And if you look at it on the side, you can see the wires just clipped in underneath here. And that must be its purpose. So we're all back together. See, there's a little ridge here, so that's where this curve would be. Let's give it a final check. Am I super happy with this? No. It'll probably break again, but it's easy enough to pull this loom off and reconnect it. At least it's fixed. So now you know what it is, and instead of tearing your hair out, you should be able to fix this in a half an hour or so. So I hope this helps someone. Thanks for watching.